surprised. I think Sagittarius, the universe has a very good plan in store for you, and you'll be surprised. You'll be in awe of the abundance that's being unleashed for you. Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your love forecast for the month of August 2023. I hope all of you are doing well. This is a general reading, so please only take the messages that resonate and leave the rest behind. I'm going to take a look at your past, present, and future love energies. Let's just dive right in. So in the recent past, we're seeing the Six of Cups. Okay, Sagittarius, Six of Cups, Five of Cups, and we're seeing the Knight of Wands. Let's look at, present energies, Five of Wands, the Strength card, and we've got the Four of Cups. I'm an intuitive reader. I don't read reversals. I know sometimes you guys are a bit confused by that and leave me comments, but thought I'll just clarify. And what's incoming is Death, Rebirth, Scorpio energy showing up, Three of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, let's just get all of these cards into frame and let's start to talk about this spread. So, in the recent past, right, I think there's been a certain disappointment in love. With this Five of Cups, maybe you were dealing with somebody who came in with a lot of love, came in out of the blue, but they also left very rapidly, very suddenly. What's that made you kind of feel is a little bit conflicted when it comes to your feelings, when it comes to your love, and some of you are trying to rise above it and push those feelings down, but we'll talk about that because the Strength right in the middle of your reading, which is Leo, and we are in Leo season. So I think through the month of August, you need to sort of examine this, Sagittarius. You need to examine what's not working. Why is your love energy kind of showing up as the Four of Cups? Because I think you are not very happy with the kind of options that are coming into your love life, but the universe has something amazing coming in for you with this rainbow right here. But I think maybe this is from the past, maybe because you're still healing from the past disappointments. You perhaps might not have the sometimes we're so stuck in our fields and so stuck in the past that we can't see something that's right underneath our nose. That's the first message that I have for you here. What you'll start to feel, which I think you really have a very transformative month ahead of you when it comes to love, Sagittarius. What will happen towards end August, early September is that you'll start to have a rebirth in love with this beautiful Death Rebirth card. This is something you've been waiting for. This is something that you've been very curious about. Maybe some of you have been studying about it, manifesting like a new beginning, a new way of feeling in love. And I feel it comes in towards the end of August, early September, because these are our future energies. I really like this because just a little bit of a tarot fact here. So if you watch tarot regularly, you know that every deck has 22 major arcana cards. So those are like big energies that, are largely outside of our control, but good for us to get a heads up on so that we know how to navigate them. Strength and Death Rebirth are two major arcana cards in your reading. So if you think about it, this is very profound, right? Something in your life, something in your love energies is asking you to have the strength to rise and to have this major rebirth in love. Now, for some of you, it could be very tactile in the sense that you're walking away from somebody in the recent past who felt like a soulmate connection, but actually turned out to be a bit of a short-term thing. It didn't last as long as you would have liked it to. And that has left you in a state of a little bit of inner conflict, feeling a little bit dejected, a little bit bored, but you're trying to rise above it. So what you're showing me through these cards is that you want to have the strength to wear your heart around your sleeve, almost like what I'm hearing. Like you want to be open to love once again. You want to be able to trust in people again. But I think give yourself some time, Sagittarius. Also, why I say that is because we are in Venus retrograde till September 3rd. And this is a very opportune time for people to reevaluate, reconsider, re-examine whether the relationships, the partnerships, the love energies that we've been in, is that really working for us? Is that taking us closer to our goals in love or taking us further away from our goals in love? So I would say yes, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy to confront some of this emotion. I would say the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Four of Cups, this triangle here. Difficult to confront. I'm not mincing my words here, but you have the strength. You have strength at the core of your reading, and I think that's beautiful. Now it's up to you, Sagittarius, how deep you want to go with these energies. I've been saying that to a lot of the signs have gotten similar energy, like an opportunity to reevaluate, reconsider. I think Cancer had a very similar, not very similar, but they had this recurring theme of examination and re-examination. And again, the astrology supports that, right? A lot of planets are in retrograde right now, and retrogrades are times for us to reevaluate, take a stock check, think about what is unfolding for us, and are we happy with that? Are we not happy with that? All of that. So, this is looking good. This is looking good, Sagittarius, because I think if you make use of this energy, this can be a huge unlock in your love life. Let's take a look at this Five of Cups in the recent past. I'm going to pull a few clarifiers. What's the Five of Cups in the recent past for Sagittarius? The Knight of Cups. Yes, so this is about a past partner, like a romantic partner. You thought that they were the Knight of Cups, but unfortunately they ended up being the Knight of Wands. So you thought this was going to be a long-term, happy partnership, like there's a lot of love and affection involved here, but maybe it was one-sided, and maybe for one person it was more casual and more short-term, while for somebody else, the feels got in, and maybe you thought that, you'll just keep it casual and you'll just like date and see where it goes. But I think one person was more serious about this connection than the other person. And that has led to some disappointment in the recent past. But you do have this beautiful opportunity in love coming in the month of August. If only you would turn around and take a look at it. So let's go there next. What's this Four of Cups that the universe is bringing in for you? The Six of Swords. Exactly. They're telling you you can transition. So fives in the tarot are all about you're at a bit of a turning point, you're at a bit of a crossroads, and what you do next can define the next cycle in love. And sixes are all, and especially the Six of Swords, is a transitory kind of energy. It's saying turn your back on this conflict, turn your back on this, whatever didn't work out for you. And I'm really sorry if that's been your experience. I know it's not easy. I know it's a difficult emotion to confront, but your messengers, your spirit team, the universe is here to help you and show you the path, and you can move forward. You have it in you to turn your back on anything that has kept you stuck, that hasn't worked out for you, and move forward, Sagittarius. Move forward. I think I might title your video that, Move Forward. There's this energy of, yes, it's hard, but let's just muster all the courage that we have, like in the Strength card, and make it happen. I think that's the kind of energy you will experience in the month of August. What's the Five of Wands? The Tower. Something came crashing down very unexpectedly. So I think somebody exited the scene, bolted from the scene a little too quickly, or you thought you had built something on a stable foundation, but actually it was very shaky. And look, a lot of people get a little bit worried when they see the Tower card. It's another major arcana. But personally, also, I'm a Scorpio sun, and we are ruled by this kind of energy, the Tower of constant death, rebirth. This is our major arcana in the tarot, death, rebirth. So I think most Scorpios are very used to this kind of life of building and rebuilding, building and rebuilding. So the message that these two cards have for you, Sagittarius, is sometimes in order to get ahead, we first have to go slow. In order to rush ahead, we first have to go slow. We have to examine which towers have been built on shaky foundations, and therefore we have an opportunity to rebuild them, this time in a more stable, in a more concrete sort of way that'll last. Yeah, and I think Venus retrograde is opportune time for you to do that. Give me one more on the Tower, please. Just curious what this is. Yeah, Five of Wands, clarified by the Five of Wands. So when that happens in a reading, that's basically a message for me, from my spirit team, that the messages have been on point. Okay, thank you, spirit team, for that confirmation. Let's look at this, because I'm really drawn to the death, rebirth, to the strength, to the Three of Wands, and then some incoming communication or incoming curiosity. I think by the end of August, if suppose right now this reading might not be resonating with you, some of you might be like, there's no way, like I'm feeling so down and out, But I want you to know that by the end of August, early September, you will see your ships come in. You will see progress come in. So the Three of Wands is always about expansion. And she's waiting. She's waiting for those emotions, that feeling, that like love as if you've never been hurt before, like that kind of feeling. It is coming in for you. You have it in you, Sagittarius, to transform all of these challenging emotions and have a brand new rebirth in love. I just know that for you. So let this reading be a confirmation. So let's look at this death rebirth next. What's this death rebirth? Show us, please. Yup, you've got the Sun, the happiest card in the tarot deck. And this is again a major arcana. It's the card for Leo, and we are in Leo season. So in Leo season, a lot of your hidden truths will come to the surface. And I don't mean like these are secrets or things that people hid from you. This is more like your inner truth. You'll be standing in your inner truth. Like the sun will shine bright on, like you'll have a massive epiphany. And this is great because you can see on this card as well, you can see like the light come through, right? And so there's a message or there's a download that you'll get in the month of August. I'm strongly getting this is in August because Leo is represented by the sun here. And this journey will continue all the way till Scorpio season, so till mid-October to mid-November. So that doesn't mean that, if you're manifesting love, that, you won't meet anybody till then. It just means that the process has begun in August, and then anytime after, like I would say, end August, you're ready and your ships are coming in because the sun is shining bright on you. Wow. And the sun illuminates, the sun brings clarity, the sun builds, it expands, and this is that energy that will help you rebuild all towers that were previously built on shaky foundations. Let's look at the Three of Wands. Oh my God, the High Priestess. I love this for you. Look at all the butterflies around her, and butterflies are a sign of transformation in the tarot. You are transforming in a big way, and your intuition is going to guide you. So you have these two tools, and you're pulling now major arcanas, High Priestess and the Sun. You've got these tools. You've got illumination with the Sun, but you've also got all the cosmic secrets at hand, which is the High Priestess. She's more like spiritually charged. She's more connected to the cosmos, connected to a higher presence, connected to a higher power, higher force, whatever you want to call it. So you have the best combination of tools that you could have in your toolkit with the Sun and the High Priestess. You know what you need to share with the world, but you also know what you need to hold back and keep for yourself. And this is a very healthy balance in love and relationships and partnerships, right? Where do you continue to give and where do you continue to hold back? And not that, you're being miserly in your energy and you want to not give enough to, let's say, people in love, but more because you are still in an evaluation process to see whether you want to invest further or not. And I think that is wisdom. That is wisdom, knowing when to give more and knowing when to pull back. What's the Page of Swords? Let's look at the Page of Swords. The Six of Pentacles. See, so you're pulling sixes and 2 6s in a reading. That's really good omen. So balance is coming back into your love life. I think you're done with partnerships that took a lot from you and didn't give enough in return. You're done with partners like that who didn't really show up for you. I think this lesson you already learned here in the recent past, or this experience you've already gone through, where giving to situations that probably were not how, they didn't deserve that kind of attention from you or that kind of energy from you. This is amazing. So you have a very, very big opportunity in the month of August to examine all of this, to come up with your own truth and to stand behind it. And then that's when you'll start to manifest. And I do see somebody coming in that this relationship feels very balanced to me. There's equal give and take. This is a true partner, somebody who wants to build with you. And look at that. You have the beautiful Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is basically a card of major wish fulfillment. Like you get what you've been looking for. And now there's basically an indication of the moon here. So the sun and the moon, you're seeing the balance between the darkness and the light, the sun and the moon. Now you pull through all facets of your emotional spectrum, you pull all facets of your toolkit, and life is all about balance, right? Ebbs and flows, yin and yang. you understand that in a very big way in August. And I think this is so good for you, even though, yes, there will be days where it'll feel a little uncomfortable, but change is never comfortable, right? Like, but I think the minute you kind of rip the band-aid and start to examine what's underneath, examine the wound underneath, like Rumi said, the light is where the wound is. This is your light, the sun. The sun will reveal that to you. Where you've been hurting, where you've been holding on to previous hurt and love, where perhaps people have not shown up in the bestest possible way for you, and maybe perhaps all of us are guilty of this. Sometimes we put up with that. Butterflies again, major transformation. This is huge, Sagittarius. Oh my God, this is huge. I'm just going to get you a few cards of advice. What is your overall advice for Sagittarius for the month of August 2023 when it comes to love? And then we'll get you an oracle card to close out your reading. What's your overall advice for Sagittarius for the month of August 2023 when it comes to love? Queen of Pentacles, really nice. Queen of Pentacles is my resourceful queen. Some of you could be married already and realizing that, maybe this marriage is not working out for you, or some of you maybe might decide that actually you do want to settle down and put your roots down and build your life with someone. The Nine of Wands, and I'll take one more, the Queen of Wands. Look at that. This is the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, two very different types of energy. Queen of Wands is bold. She doesn't care too much about what people think, and this is more aligned to your suit of fire, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you guys are governed by fire. And then we're seeing more fire here in the Nine of Wands. I'm getting a few different messages. One, because the Queen of Wands is holding one wand, he's holding on to one wand. In the month of August, you'll realize which wand is it that truly you need to hold on to, and what other wands you need to drop by the wayside. And that you have a beautiful relationship or a partnership coming in, or you already have a beautiful relationship and partnership, but you get the realization that this is where I need to invest further. And you start to pull away from frivolous things. Or I'm seeing a Sagittarius in this reading that maybe has been kind of playing the field and realized that that is actually taxing and not working out for you, and you're looking for something more stable. The other message that I'm getting is that you have the choice of being of embodying different types of energy throughout this month. At some moments you can be this bold, stepping into your power energy, and at other moments you can be this nurturing, resourceful Queen of Pentacles. And that's totally fine. This is what I mean. The sun and the moon and the high priestess are here to help you see what energy do you need to embody for what kind of situation and what kind of person. So perhaps what has happened in the recent past is that people who needed a Queen of Wands energy got Queen of Pentacles energy from you, and people who needed Queen of Pentacles energy from you got Queen of Wands energy from you. So you will figure which has left you a little bit wounded in love, wounded and disappointed, and always you've built your walls up around you now. The walls are so high, you're very guarded because of these past disappointments, and that's only natural. So sorry, I know there were a bunch of different messages coming from these three cards, but since this is a general reading, I like to point out all possible interpretations so that you can then use your own intuition and figure out what message applies to your particular situation. So you have a massive opportunity on expanding your toolkit of love in the month of August 2023. You understand what response is ideal and suitable for what kind of situation. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. Okay, let's close out your reading with one card from the beautiful Sacred Destiny Oracle. Strongest message for Sagittarius for the month of August 2023 when it comes to love. Wonders. Oh my God, this card has been popping up a lot in my readings. This is a beautiful card. This basically says believe in the magic. Believe that the universe and your spirit team has a beautiful plan for you. You'll be in awe of the wonders that are unleashing for you. This is also a reference of just seeing the tip of the iceberg. You probably think that, oh, this is it. It's a very tactile thing. I'm moving away from one connection. I'm manifesting love. But what's actually happening is that you're going through a massive rebirth that we saw in this death and rebirth card, with the sun illuminating all the truths. And crystals obviously have always been seen as elements of power, elements of magic, elements of wonder. So this is really cool, and maybe an amethyst is a good crystal to be around this month. Just a little side note there. But this is a beautiful card. It's the last card in this deck of the Sacred Destiny Oracle. So I also feel you're closing out certain cycles to begin new, important, stable, better cycles in love. And you'll be surprised. I think Sagittarius, the universe has a very good plan in store for you, and you'll be surprised. You'll be in awe of the abundance that's being unleashed for you. So I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. If this resonated, please do hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And I really appreciate you being here and watching. Take care. Bye-bye.